Asyutta Gunayana Sumayana Siataya. Welcome to Reigniting the Soul Spark, a podcast dedicated to supporting you as you navigate spiritual awakening and step into spiritual enlightenment. Through conversation, meditations, and light language activation, the intent is to remind you of the spark that rests within the center of your heart so that you may find the truth of what it means to be fully alive. Hi, my name is Zara. If it feels in resonance with your soul, get comfy, relax, and enjoy the ride. Asumayana siataya, onaya kumaya. How are you today, Gunayana sia? I hope everything's going well in your world, Gunayana siataya. Today, I'm going to share what I've learned about the living waters within when I asked my guides to explain this concept. In case I haven't made it clear yet, I work with a vast population of non-incarnate beings, including ascended masters and creative forces, who are all intent upon restoring sovereignty to mankind's genetic template and the physical world. Together, we have an emphasis on restoring the heart, as this is the gateway for the highest aspect of self to flourish. Together with the source, we provide access points for people to freely reclaim this space. My team provides a great deal of the information that I relay, and I provide the voice with which they speak. When I speak light language, though, this is not channeled. This is a direct expression of my own genetic lineage as one. So today, let's define the living waters, how they relate to your existence here on planet Earth and beyond, and what you can do to solidify your connection with this eternal stream. You can also find this dialogue as a blog post on my website. The living waters are the eternal stream of consciousness that exits and enters existence through your DNA. The vessel and storehouse of this information is your physical form, the physical template in which you reside. Each DNA strand houses the knowledge of all existence. The entire universe rests within your blood. This is the blood of Christ. This is the Holy Grail. This is time remembered. Kumayana siataya. This is you. Once upon a time, we were the living manifestation of God. We remembered our birthright, acted upon it, and knew that we were the incarnation of the Creator. The time is returning to reclaim the living waters within. Your eternal template sits within the water molecule. Each DNA strand residing within the physical body is a manifestation of the truth that you are not separate from your divinity. You are that divinity in manifest form. The coding of your waters will share with you exactly how to remember the truth, that you have a sovereign birthright of joy, love, happiness, and contentment that can be reclaimed at any time. As you step into these planes of creation in which you know you are God, you must return sovereignty to your being in every way, shape, and form. This is the first step to reclaiming the living waters within. Reclaiming the living waters requires a complete transition of system that you currently find yourselves within. You are trapped in a matrix that owns you and decides when you were born and when you die based on an internal process of karma. Karma is one of the traps that was established long ago to ensure that the soul would recycle itself time and time again, thinking that it had to learn lessons to find its path. The truth is, Kumayasya, you are the path. Kusittu Kunayanasya. Restoring sovereignty is a process of remembering who you are. Once upon a time, we were a great race of people that cared for each other in a way that we don't find today. We acknowledged that we were the living manifestation of Christ, the realm that allowed the living waters to percolate in whatever shape, form, or manifestation it desired. We allowed each other to rage, to storm, to flow, and we were at peace with whichever manifestation was required to rediscover the eternal essence of the truth that we are all one and the one accepts all. As we reclaim this destiny to become one with the eternal essence of truth once more, we become aware that the manifestation of the living waters within accepts the individualized form of all who are here. As a nation race, mankind has become more aware of its traumas than its victories and abilities to turn the tide. Mankind has an infinite amount of grace to change its course if and when it is ready to rise. Each person within this species has an important piece of the dialectic that is to be shared because you each carry a different version of the Christ's blood. While the entirety of the whole remains the same, that is God, the one and all, each bloodline that runs through you as an individualized piece of consciousness is unique. In other words, you each have information to share. Not all life will be active in each piece of DNA coding in each vessel that carries it at this time. It is awakening at its own rate, in step with the one, and as you each discover what portion you hold, the awakening of the masses will begin to occur. You are sharing your genetic differences and similarities with each other as you speak your truth and shine your light into the universe. As you access this light, you access the template of the Holy Grail that contains the Christ's blood. Throughout time and history, the Christ's blood was thought of as an externalized reference to God and divinity. However, you are this blood is you. This blood is the eternal essence of creation as one and is also known as the living waters within. The ones who began the holy wars long ago decided that the easiest way to keep the people a slave race was to present a distorted illusion that the Christ was an externalized victory to be won. Turn them against their own evolution, and you will turn them against each other, thus keeping them in chains and slavery. Teach them that their salvation lies outside of the eternal self, which is the eternal spring within, and the game will continue for eternity. This is how a race of dominators maintains control. Remembering who you are as the original fountain of youth is an important part of the awakening process for mankind, because without this, you maintain the status quo. Status quo is the main control mechanism to keep the people in line, and their genetic lineages and differences remain mysteries and unheard. Without this silence broken, the status of the species remains unchanged, covered with the veil of silence. Recognize it is your time to share the information that is coming to light within your own waters. Each member of this species is able to transcend density and reclaim their innate birthright as the creator of all that is. You are waking up to the fact that you are the one, the eternal, the all. And you are waking up to the fact that you already know who you are beyond physical form. You are waking up to the fact that regardless of who each being is, they are a part of the whole. This is why you are beginning to accept and celebrate differences regardless of what they look like. This is an important piece of information to remember as you navigate the upcoming years. Each And every piece of creation is a gift. So do not deny the shadow aspects of the self and see the destroyers too as a version of you. Only then will you begin to remember your true birthright of overcoming obstacles and transcending separation so that you may put an end to the game of domination on your planet. Your physical form is a storehouse of information beyond the greatest computers in the galaxy. Truly, the means for remembering who you are lie within your DNA. Your DNA is encased within a discus full of water and is also, at its fundamental structure, water itself. The waters of all creation lie within each plane of existence, however manifest in different density and form through the various layering of sine waves. They are the flows of life in each dimensional reality that we have access to as creator beings and show up in wave and droplet form. In other words, they manifest as conditions allow. Here on this planet, you can observe this truth presenting as wave and particle existing simultaneously. See this expression of the nature of reality mirrored in a droplet of water, as it is also the sea. When you remove the droplet from the sea, it still contains the memories of the whole. Remove a droplet from a droplet, and the memories remain fully intact. As you recognize that you are not just the droplet, but also the wave, as well as the sea, your differences as a species will be resolved. The storehouse of information that is your DNA contains the entirety of history of not just mankind, not just the galactic reaches, but the entire history of the One, Gunayana Sumayanasya. As we begin to see as the all, we begin to put differences aside. As we begin to put differences aside, we begin to recognize that I am you and you are me. As we begin to see the reflection in the hologram as none other than the self revealed, we begin to ensure that the true history of mankind's lineage is restored. We begin to see the necessity of expression in all its forms to evolve as a species and as the One. Utilizing the power of water and the electromagnetic field. As you begin to reignite the power of the living waters within, recognize that you must cleanse the density that is in your field. You are going through an ascension process that requires you to rediscover your identity as the creator, as the One, and the fields of energy that are netting the earth and the physical body can impair your memory. To complete this realization that is upon you, use the power of the living waters within the self to allow the soul's essence to shine, but also take it upon yourself to bathe in the living waters of creeks, streams, and oceans that still maintain their innate essence. They can assist you in removing the toxic sludge that hangs onto your aura and competes with the real information that is brewing from within. Take care of your fields of energy with bursts of light from the sun and amplifying the internal radiance of your core. Drink water that has life force and integrity restored. Water that is clean, revitalized, and enhanced with Earth's electromagnetic charge will help you purge the substances that have clogged the vessel of life. The density that is currently stored within the Earth's grids makes their home within the waters of the planet, but so does the lightness of being that you are. So, as you work with water, you will find the ability to achieve any means that you desire. First, state your intent. If that intent is of purity, it will show up within your blood, and all water that follows suit will take that form. If your purity is not up to speed, then altering the waters within and without will take the complication out of the purification process. In other words, your intent overrides all on the physical plane. However, your intent is comprised of many living objects that manifest as thought forms and frequency waves that you produce, emit, and attract. Your subconscious wavelengths and those occurring at a cellular and soul level are also in the mix. If you are not clear that the purity of your intent is that solely of the Creator in physical form, then it is advised to use tools, references, and resources to come back up to speed. Water's clarification and revitalization is a perfect place to start. Tools will begin to present themselves in the coming years. Already, many on your planet have received the information required to move forward as a species that remembers the power of your waters. First and foremost, purification is the key. You cannot muddy up the streams of intent with distorted information that states that the power of your localized grids exists outside of externalized form. In other words, your body is the vehicle and vessel of all life, of all creation, and is a physical masterpiece. It can produce and create energy untold, and it has the key components to do so. Like putting fuel in a tank to power a vehicle, so must be done for the physical cell. Sunlight, sparks of electricity, and clarity of intent are the only ingredients to render the masterpiece that you reside within complete. Look to the revolutionary leaders of your time and space to gather the information to complete the masterpiece that you are. All information required resides within, and sometimes a tap on the shoulder can be a helpful reminder for us all. Until we meet again, remember the power of the living waters within and rebirth the template of these waters in physical form. Kasutukunayana Sumayana Siataya. I hope that you've enjoyed this transmission. In the next episode, we're going to look at a very specific primordial mineral that was given to me by my guides, by the source, for this particular time on planet Earth to help clean the density from the bodies and the fields and the water supplies of Mother Earth and the waters that you drink, the waters that you bathe in, the waters that we grow in, the waters that our fish swim in. I could go on and on. That's for the next episode. And also, if there is a topic that you want me to cover, please do reach out, send a note, send a message, send a comment, and I'll do my best to address it. I hope you have the most beautiful and blessed day yet. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this episode has sparked the remembrance of who you truly are. If you've enjoyed this space, could you please like, follow, share, and/or subscribe? Your actions here assist me in reaching more people who could use a hand in reweaving their genetic lineage as one. I would be so incredibly thankful. I'd like to thank Life Effects Living Water for supporting me and this episode. Life Effects Living Water droplets revitalize, restructure, remineralize, and clean any fresh water from a multitude of contaminants, including fluoride, heavy metals, chlorine, agricultural and industrial chemicals, and pathogens. They are my best friend when it comes to removing what filtration misses, intracellular hydration, and supporting the ascension process. You can learn more at lifefxlivingwater.com. If you're looking for additional support on your journey, please visit my website, zarajmalstedt.com. I love questions and comments. Please feel free to get in touch. And lastly, if you feel to contribute to the growth of this work through a donation, please see the Patreon link in the show notes attached. Kasyutukunayana Sumayana Siataya. May you remember who you are as the eternal essence of all that is.